Before implementing what I'm about to share with you today, I was an average student. Matter of fact, my first semester of college, I earned a 3.4 GPA, which for some might be respectable, but for an aspiring medical student, it is below the average medical school matriculant. However, after implementing the following two steps, I was able to obtain a 4.0 GPA for every single semester, as well as earning the Dean's Honors List for every semester. So let's get right to it. The number one thing that you need to focus on if you want to get good grades is active recall. And for those that don't know, active recall is essentially testing yourself or getting information out of your brain, as opposed to falling into the trap that most students fall into, which is highlighting or passively taking notes. So how were you able to put this into practice? Essentially, what you want to do is on the first day of class, you want to make sure that you get the syllabus. And once you get the syllabus, you go home and you look at all of the chapters or readings that you need to do for your class. And I want you to start reading ahead before you get to class. When you're doing the readings, you're trying to absorb the information and try to understand the information, right? So this step is crucial because having a good understanding of the material will allow you to essentially be able to memorize the facts easier, and you'll be able to know where they come from because you have a good understanding and a good grasp of the material. So during this step, you want to do whatever it is that you need to do to ensure that you understand the material, such as watching videos, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure you understand the material. Okay, as you are reading the chapters, you want to make sure that instead of taking notes, you're making flashcards. More specifically, you should learn how to use Anki and make Anki flashcards as you are reading the material. This is crucial because when you're done, you're going to be doing the flashcards and you're going to be implementing active recall, which is what we were just talking about. And that is crucial based on the literature. And that takes us to step number 2. Make sure you implement spaced repetition. So what is spaced repetition? Essentially, the idea behind spaced repetition was first introduced by the German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus, which essentially came up with the forgetting curve. And the forgetting curve essentially explains how we forget information over time if we are not constantly looking at it or actively recalling it. So this is why you want to be doing spaced repetition. And this is why you need to learn how to use Anki, because Anki has an algorithm built into it that ensures that you see those flashcards before you begin to forget them. And this incorporates not only active recall but also spaced repetition, which based on the current literature are the two best studying resources that students should be using. And remember, these two things, reading the chapters, make sure you understand, making flashcards as you are reading, and doing those flashcards, you're going to be doing this before you get to class. This way, once you get to class, you have a good grasp and a good understanding of the material, and this will allow you to make more informed questions and essentially ask the professor something that you need help understanding. Then after you do this, all you gotta do is just do your Anki cards every day, and by the time the exam rolls around, you're not gonna have to study as much because essentially you're gonna have already done the flashcards and that information is gonna be ingrained in your mind. Now, I know, guys, I was in college too, and there's a lot of readings, plus you gotta go to labs, you gotta go to class. I know it's a lot, but a way that you can essentially split the work is by learning how to use Anki with one or more of your classmates and essentially splitting the chapters up, so that if, say, you do chapter 1, you do the flashcards for chapter 1, your friend can do the flashcards for chapter 2, and this way you won't have to do as many flashcards, and this will allow you to essentially split the work. And once you get to, say, the chapter that your friend made the flashcards for, all you got to do is focus on understanding the material, and then after you're done reading that chapter, you can just do the flashcards that your friend made. By incorporating these two steps, I was able to take my grades from a 3.4 to a 4.0 GPA in a matter of a semester. I hope this video was helpful. I will continue to be making more videos. I just wanted to make this short clip to show you what I wish I would have done in college if I could start all over again. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this video was helpful. Subscribe if you found this information useful and want to know more studying tips. I'm also going to be making videos on health and productivity. Thank you guys. Peace.